Hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Central Paphos, dropping down from the old townish area. If we keep going straight, we'd end up in downtown Kato Paphos. But we're not going to go straight. No, we're going to go left. We're going to go onto what's called Russian Road. There's a lot of ethnic Russians and Russian-ish, should we say, based businesses that operate on the street. And it's been like this for a long time. And it has the nickname of Russian Road. Although there aren't that many Russians on it. But anyway, interesting road. There's quite a few takeaways and, well, a few of the bits and bobs. Not of much interest, perhaps, if you're not of a Russian speaking. But there are one or two shops that sell caviar. And there's one or two shops around this area that allows you to send money back to, should we say, former Russian states. And a pharmacy or two. And a supermarket that's just there on the left. And just down further is the Mayfair Hotel, by the way. And I think it's possibly one of the best budget hotels. I don't like that word budget, but that's what it's called, a budget hotel. But it's a very popular hotel, very popular with families, and the staff are very good indeed, very friendly. Even the boss, Mr. Yuri, we've met him on camera, and of course you have as well. And if you haven't, go and hunt us down, pop in the Mayfair Hotel, Marika and me, into the YouTube search bar, and up will come one or two of the videos of us prancing around in there. If you take a right there, you'll go straight to its main reception. And as I said, it's a very popular hotel indeed. We've never heard anybody say a bad word about the place. Coming up now is one of the crossroads on the inner ring road, as we call it. Across the road is coming up a very big church on the right hand side, and there's a school on the left. And we are going to go straight over and head into downtown Kato Paphos, and we're going to go down some of the roads that we don't normally see on camera, immaterial of whatever channel you are watching. Most channels, including myself, will drive up and down the main hotel's road and the harbour area, but often they won't show you the rear streets of Kato Paphos. So today's video, we're going to have a little bit of a wiggle and a little bit of a waggle in the rear streets of Kato Paphos, and you never know, you might spot some special little complex that you might want to stay in. And of course a bar or two. Lofty's bar is going to be coming up, Mr. Wu's, which of course is a Chinese takeaway, and one or two other bars are going to come especially for you. At that strange time of day, at that strange time of year, of course it's the middle of January, and it's a little bit, what should we say, overcast and a little bit chilly out there. It's only about 16 degrees if you're curious to know. And of course, it's Sunday morning drive with Mr. Paul. Quite a few people about though, to be honest. You wonder where they're all going, perhaps a bit of shopping, perhaps going to church, or perhaps just going for a drive in and around Kato Paphos. A big shout out to some of the stars who like to watch the show now and again. Perhaps if we were in downtown York and your name's Lady Rachel, and of course there's a Cheshire cat grinning man in your life called Sir Jason. A big shout out to yourselves, and you're coming to Paphos soon, and we assume you're booking into the Amabi because that's where you stayed last time, and of course you do like that little bit of luxury. What's coming up here? Almond Tree Restaurant, there it is. And just further down is, I can't say the name of this hotel, but unfortunately it's closed down at the moment. When it reboots up, you never know, they might rename it and I'll be able to say it. Lofty's, got a bit of karaoke. George's Bar, over there you've got the Meeting Pub, you've also got the Agapiar restaurant. They do a great steak in there, there's no doubt about that. And next door to that we've got Fred's Bar, yep, and the Alekos apartment complex, and of course we've had a bit of a rummage in there, so go and hunt us down on the YouTube search bar. Got the Rainbow Club coming up on the left hand side, and then this is the start of Bar Street. You've got the Democritus restaurant on the right hand side, the Alconi Taverna on the left, Robin Hood, very famous and very popular pub in downtown Paphos. You've got the VIP Club coming up, and you've got the Red Lion Bar, and probably the most famous bar in the whole of Paphos, Flair's Bar. Of course, that's Sally Breyer's bar. She loves that place to bits. and one of these days she's planning on buying it. Of course, look at these potholes here. Look at this, big chunks of concrete that have been ripped out of downtown Kato Paphos. So don't forget to get yourself a memory foam pillow when you're driving around Kato Paphos. Bar Street, perhaps not at its best, certainly this time of year, and there are one or two improvements going to be done. Some of the roads are going to be improved, some of the potholes. Blue Island developers, well, there's their big billboards. They've acquired these buildings on the right hand side. They're going to refurb them, turn them into some shops and bars and some luxury accommodation, and so we're told put another floor on the top as well. There's a man who cooks your fish and chips there. He's popping into the Colsa restaurant, and just over in front of us is TJ's Fish and Chips. That's the guy that cooked your chips that we just saw. Keg and Barrel is a Keg and Barrel. Who's Barrel? Well, she may be in there, but the Keg and Barrel, there he is on the left hand side. So there it is. TJ's Fish and Chips could be the greatest fish and chips in the world, but certainly the greatest fish and chips in downtown Kato Paphos. That's the Almera 5-star hotel in front of us, and we are going to take a right and head down towards the Kato Paphos promenade area. Let's see what's going on with all these roadworks, shall we? Slowly but surely it is coming back, by the way. Pavement on this side, as you can see, is now finished and looks quite nice. This bit over here needs to be finished, and of course they are putting in some massive planters, and there's more paving to do. One or two bits and bobs, shall we say, and then hopefully a coat of the black stuff, and this little area will be done. They are saying around about the end of March at the moment, obviously subject to weather, but if we look carefully now we can see that they've reinstated all the hardcore on the left hand side, so that's a good thing, because that must mean that all the infrastructure works are in. We can see there's some concrete structures for piping and pavement's been put in, so of course that means that there's not that much more to do on that side, but of course now they've got to do this side. But slowly but surely Kato Paphos will come back, and it will come back much, much better than it ever was before. Think of the Kato Paphos Harbour. If you followed all of that strife last year all the way through, we kept you updated. Go and hunt back through some of those old videos and see, yes, people thought, oh, the harbour wasn't too bad. Correct, it wasn't, but it's now much, much better, and is definitely worth all of the grief and the hardship for these visitors, because it comes back and people are more happy, and of course they go out and spend more money, and they come back to Paphos more and more and more. Dionys Central Hotel is on the right hand side. That's a Flintstone bar. They're having a bit of renovation work. Got Delegate Indian restaurant. There's the Democritus again, and we're back onto Bar Street. So let's go Bar Street again and then take a different route off it and show you some of the things that are going on in downtown Kato Paphos. Tropical Nights is a bar on the left hand side, and that closed down a couple of years ago, and they started refurbing it, and the rumour was it was going to open up for the summer just gone. It didn't seem to make it. Who knows? Let's keep our fingers crossed, and let's hope that it opens up this time round. Here's those potholes from hell again. Let's hope they come with a, well, bit of concrete or a tarmacking kit or something, because it's not good for the suspension on our cars. The Le Grand Bar, there we are. It's a cocktail happy bar, non-stop happy hour in there, by the way. So you can get 2 drinks for the price of 1. And just over here, this orange building, that is Pop Life Supermarket. So if you're in this area and you need something, and they've got quite a device range, by the way, anything from a pair of flip-flops, that's with wool on them this time of year, all the way up to cans of Pepsi, and of course cans of the real thing, Coca-Cola. Big car park, it's totally free of charge, and rumour has it it will stay free this year, but of course rumours are afoot that the municipality wants to make more money, and one of the easy ways to make money is to charge people for parking, and of course catch them when they're speeding and catch them when they're going through red traffic lights. So all of these things are coming to Paphos, there's no doubt about that. Curry House, if you want a bit of curry, is just over yonder on the right hand side. And on this side here, we've got a parade of shops and the former Paphos post office. If you remember it, you can still have a post box in there to have some mail delivered, but there's no actual postal services. Pagoda Apartments is coming up on the right hand side, and of course if your name's Jeff and there's an O'Mandy in your life, in other words, that's the Hancocks, they were booked into there and they said it was very, very good indeed. And I remember talking to another couple who said it was a very friendly family and they'd had a great, great time in the Pergola apartment complex. And as you can see, it's very, very close to the downtown Kato Paphos promenade and harbour area, as are all of these apartment complexes in this area. If there's somewhere you've spotted and you are, well, curious, I want to know exactly where it is in location to the promenade and harbour area, I want to drop in the comments and I'll do my best to reply to you and give you a description of how far we think it is from the promenade, because often you can be misled, shall we say. Now we're coming up towards the back end of, shall we call it, the Paphos Skywalk, and there are catacombs and all those kind of things, and we're going to take a right because we're not allowed to go left, it's a one-way street, and we're going to work our way down towards the Paphos Harbour area. So don't click off just yet. We are going to finish with a great view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. So if you like what you see, perhaps consider to hit that thumbs up, the like button, and of course subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you a single penny. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen and perhaps they should recommend it to more like-minded people like yourselves. And of course, if you want to keep the channel afloat, go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. That's a totally safe and secure platform where you can gift us a virtual coffee or two. Of course, we'd like to thank one or two of the stars that do. If your name's Mr. Lee, Lady Vicky, and of course Princess Layla in downtown South Wales, we thank you very, very much indeed. If your name's Sam and Mark Coleman from up in Paya, we thank you very, very much indeed. And of course, it goes without saying, our number one day man, we thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. A little bit of road improvements have been done here. Someone had a mishap and clipped a post or two and just damaged some of the road surface, so they've been out relaying them and resetting them, and it seems a little bit more secure than it was before. In the distance now is the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. Kato Paphos Harbour is coming up very, very soon indeed, especially for you. If there's somewhere that you'd like me to go, drop it in the comments, and of course, you never know, that video may be coming especially for you. On this street, if you're looking to buy a property, well, there's more property sellers on this street than anywhere else in the world, and they're all looking to sell you that perfect apartment or that perfect seaside villa. So have a browse in the window when you're on your way up to the Paphos Mall. And always remember, on the way back down, there's something waiting just for you, and of course that is the blue Mediterranean Sea, and it's coming up very, very soon indeed. I'm going to say thanks for watching. Of course, if you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to come back for a little bit more complete and utter madness. There we go, as promised, a view to die for, and a lot of people out and about enjoying the fresh air. A little bit chilly and a little bit of chopsiness, but still a spectacality of a view indeed. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed.